So I disappeared for like 7 months. And obviously I haven't been posting videos or anything like that. I've been posting some shorts here and there. We found an abandoned puppy and now we have a puppy. And it turns out that dogs are a lot of work, especially when they are very young. And so my hobby time has been really limited. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to do a whole bunch of painting or anything along those lines or making videos, obviously. So this is kind of just a, hey, what's been going on video update, which I basically just told you guys what was going on. And I might show you some projects here in a second. I'm not exactly sure where this video is going to go. Next clip coming up here shortly. Okay, while I've got light in here, I'm going to talk for just a second about a thing that I've kind of been doing over on Instagram. So we all know that a lot of people end up becoming quote unquote influencers or content creators or whatever. And so one of the things I wanted to do was kind of reach out to a bunch of hobby companies and kind of go, hey, what's your criteria for this type of sponsorship stuff? Like what kind of follower numbers are you looking for? Engagement levels, all of that kind of stuff. And I've actually gotten some really good responses, which I thought was really cool. I've gotten a couple of pretty much non-responses as well, which is, fully to be expected. But so yeah, that's actually kind of cool. And in terms of that, that's one of the constant things that I seem to wrestle with these days is like, am I good enough to actually like, I don't even know how to put this, inspire people? I've heard from a couple people that they are always inspired by my Alpha Legion, which is really, really great. But yeah, it's one of those things that I wanted to get more information about and make it public so that people actually know. And it turns out several hobby companies have affiliate programs where you can register and get an affiliate link for yourself. I was lucky enough to reach out to Cromlech, who I've been a huge fan of for years and years and years now. And they were kind enough to send me a couple of their new resin Imperial Guard kits. So I have a squad of 10 military troopers in resin that I'm working on painting up slowly but surely, as well as a sort of command squad with like a planetary governor, a couple of acolytes carrying like sensors and books and cool things like that. A huge banner bearer, a standard bearer. And so that's been really cool. I reached out to the Army Painter and they have a kind of like a questionnaire that you fill out on their website where you tell them like what kind of products you're interested in trying, why you're interested in trying those, along with your usual like follower numbers and all that good stuff. And initially I wasn't expecting anything. I really wasn't. I got I think I got a response that was basically like, hey, we've reviewed your thing. We will keep you in mind. Thank you for reaching out. Keep hobbying. That was cool. And then a little while later, I got a phone call. This was about a week after that, I think. I basically ended up getting a phone call from Adam at the company, and we ended up talking for probably about a good half hour, 40 minutes about everything. And I had mentioned that one of the things that I don't like doing is airbrushing enamels or lacquers, basically things that need full PPE and ventilation and all that, because of the pets. Obviously we have a puppy now. I just mentioned her a little while back, but we also have cats. And so I worry about their little tiny cat lungs. And so I try to stick to airbrushing things like acrylics, because those are generally safer. And Adam really loved that. He said I should have led that with that in my initial email, because that's a great thing that they kind of look out for, is that conscious based hobbying, I guess is a good way to put it. And so what ended up happening is that the Army Painter sent me their most wanted Speed Paint 2.0 set. And I have a clip of that here somewhere. And so I've kind of been painting some of Cromlech's Soviet goblins with those. And it's been nice to be able to sit down and in 20 minutes, I have a fully painted miniature. Now, speed paints, contrast paints, there are a lot of these things on the market that do the same thing. But I really like the way that the speed paint paints dry. And their application seems to be fairly easy. I'm not a huge fan of contrast paints. I've got a couple here and there. They're not exactly my favorite. Plus they're like $8 a paint pot, which is, you know, it kind of adds up a little bit. But yeah, so that was a really good experience with the Army Painter. I wanted to go ahead and share that in this video while I'm doing a sort of like, hey, what have I been up to type of thing. In other news, I am working on my Alpha Legion still. I am building a bunch of vehicles that are currently in various stages of primer, base coats, that type of thing. And I'm also assembling a ton of vehicles and painting some things for my other friends. I have a friend who wanted me to assemble 6 Deimos Rhinos for her, as well as a Spartan, a Leviathan Dreadnought, and a Sicaran battle tank. And so I'm working on that project, which has taken away from a lot of my own hobby time. And let's be honest, watching people assemble miniatures on video is not the most exciting thing in the world, right? But I'll share those once they're fully done, if I get the chance. And yeah, I think that's about it. I might add more if I think about it. I'm working on Headhunters for my Alpha Legion. Those are kit bashed, and I will probably do a more detailed breakdown of those as well at some point. I'm sorry for the handheld quality. Yeah, we're still working on figuring this stuff out.